Hi everybody, I'm Elizabeth, aka Applehead, and this is...
Oh, no, I need my own entry. Hello, everyone. My name is Shanti, really known as Much More. So please don't address me by Shanti. Address me by Much More.
Why would they not address you by your name? That's
it
your
don't really
name.
matter because
Much More is the name of your clothing brand.
If you know, that's actually my name. So Much More. The name of my clothing brand came from my name.
Her name is Shanti. Anyways, welcome to In the Meantime podcast.
Welcome. We finally made it. We finally made it.
We finally did it after almost 2 years of procrastinating, mostly from this side of the room.
Lies.
We actually decided to just get up and do it. It was so much back and forth on whether we was going to record at home, and it just wasn't working out. So I'm like, look, let's just find somewhere that have the equipment and let's do this thing.
Stop banging on the table, girl. But yes, no, for real, it was. But like you said the other day, last night, you was like, look how easy it was for us to just, Did we get a title?
Yes.
Okay.
The title of today's episode is going to be Walking in Your Own Path.
And the title of our podcast?
In the Meantime.
That's in the meantime.
In the Meantime.
Where did that come from? God. God.
Listen, we was literally in the car thinking of names.
What was it first?
It was Let's Laugh About It first.
It definitely was Let's Laugh About It first, but it just wasn't sticking with me because I was like, okay, Liz is the comedian. I'm not funny, so
you're a little funny.
A little, but that's not my career path. That's not what I want to do. So I'm like, let's laugh about it. It only really focused on us laughing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, let's change it up. And then your husband was like, maybe I should change it up.
I think In the Meantime is perfect because it's like, I think it's just like an umbrella term for everything. Like, what are you doing in the meantime? In the meantime, while we waiting to get to our purpose, we're still pushing. We're not stopping. Mm-hmm. We're still doing what we got to do to get to our purpose. So in the meantime,
you see that?
In between time, don't touch my microphone. In the meantime,
you aggravate.
What are we doing in the meantime? I think that's just it was just the name for us. And as soon as we came up with that name, it was like things started to fall into place more than it was before.
Because look where we at now. We couldn't have started the podcast with the
wrong name. That's why it wasn't working out in the beginning.
No, because it's don't abuse this keypad.
That
please.
Was a moment. That was a moment for that.
Whatever, let's start. Okay, you see, I ran out of storage with that. But
oh my gosh.
Well, okay, back to the name. So we're gonna have to have a chalkboard up because I'll be forgetting.
Why? I mean,
you said
just flowing.
In the meantime, what's the title again?
The title of this episode is Walking in Your Own Path.
I love it. Okay, so yeah. So what does that mean to you, though?
Walking in your own path to me, because a lot of people always praying, Jada, be quiet. My daughter's in the background, y'all. We had to bring her because my husband is with the other kids. Anyways, walking in your own path, I feel like this is such a good episode because a lot of people think that they're walking in their own path, but really they just looking at what other people doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like a lot of people get on their knees and pray and say, God, clear my path and make every way straight for me. But it's like you asking God to clear your path, but you're not even walking your path.
Exactly.
You're walking in the path of whatever you see or whatever you convince yourself that is what you're supposed to be doing.
But sometimes I feel like some people don't even know their own path. Like, they only know what they see, especially with this generation and social media. Mm-hmm. They only know what they see, what's thrown in their way. But it's like, because to me, once you get to know God, you get to know your purpose. Mm-hmm. It may take a while because it took me a while to know what was my purpose once I knew God. But once you get to know God, you get to know your purpose. And once you get to know your purpose, you go walk in your own path.
Yeah, and social media actually do have a lot to do with it. This generation is just, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're not posting this lavish fake life on social media, people just feel like you just not doing anything. And it's crazy because you got so many young people committing suicide and trying to live outside of what they should be doing just because they want to satisfy people on social media. I tell my little brother all the time, like, my little brother, he was stressed. My little brother is 19 years old, stressed out about not having a car, not having this, not having that. It's like, how many of us, when we was that age, had everything going on? Like, you got to enjoy being a kid. You got to enjoy making your mistakes and things of that nature. I feel like it's too much pressure.
No, for real. I ain't even 30, and I'm still trying to get it together.
That's what I told him. I'm like, bruh, I'm almost 30, and I'm just now, like, actually starting to even step foot on the path, like, where I'm supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I was a kid, when I was that age, I actually used to like getting on the bus. Like,
but
you
know
remember
me.
back then? Oh, yeah, you.
Listen,
this right here is queen humility. Like,
but it took me a while. You remember when you first met me, I was like, no, I don't need your help. I don't need this.
One thing got to do is humble that boy.
I would catch the bus. I would get on the bus today. I would get on the Tri-Rail. I would get on whatever I got to get on to get where I'm going. I really don't care because I just know God got a purpose and there's a process to everything. But with your brother, I'm well, that's too much information, but that move is what's going to really turn him around, hopefully, in God's willing. And that's just going to change everything for him.
I don't know. I just feel like everything nowadays is too accelerated. Like, a lot of people, kids nowadays get things while they're not mature yet. You know what I mean? And I think that had something to do, like, my little brother had gotten into a really bad car accident. And I feel like I had blamed myself at a point because I'm the one who got him a car. And I feel like he wasn't mature enough yet to even have those kind of things because he was just turning 18. He was irresponsible. So I don't know what I thought was going to come out of that. It's like, as a big sister, and because when I grew up, I didn't have things like that. So I always wanted to do nice things for him. But you got to allow God to process people before you can try to help them.
Ooh, that's a word right there.
You really have to listen. And I feel like if I wasn't somebody that was in prayer, I feel like that car accident could have been the end for him. All because I gave him something
and
prematurely.
It was a bad car accident, bro. It was horrible.
He lost both of his femurs. His femurs were broken in half. I mean, he got a good surgery, and he walks up like he ain't got no limp or nothing, so you wouldn't even know that happened. But that's what happens when you give people things prematurely. Which brings me to the topic of, like, we be asking God for things and wondering why we not getting it. But he's saying the same thing. Like, you asking me for this, but you're not even mature yet.
Yeah, like, how many times you got to learn this lesson in this situation? How many times you got to loop back around? You was just talking about that last night. How many times I got to take you through this so you could go back and fix what you got to fix and then try again?
Yep. And I feel like the older, and we was talking, we literally was having this conversation last night. It's like, the older I get and the more mature I get in, like, God, it's like, I don't want to do nothing fast anymore. Like, I'm not in a rush to, like, of course, it's like that urge, like, God, you know, when is this going to happen? But I don't never let myself get too anxious because I don't want to get anything prematurely of myself, because all God is going to do is take you back around.
Yep.
And you going to have to learn that lesson regardless. You know what I mean? So it's like, my prayer and everything going into this year have been, God, like, don't even let it happen if it ain't time for it to happen. Like, mature me fully for what I'm praying for. You know what I mean? And I know that comes with a battle, but it's like, it be worth it. Because at least you'll get there.
It do though, but it comes with a battle, but that battle is a part of your process. And I feel like it's just, God, if it ain't you, I don't want it at this point, because how many times we gonna go in circles? How much delay you gonna cause on your purpose in your life? God. How many people attached to your purpose for you to be delivered, for you to come out and do this and that and help your people? Really, what's most important to me, honestly, is my family.